Okay, that was interesting. Just started recording. Hi. Timestamp. Oh, March 17th, 2026. That was very interesting. There's been some weirdness. So that's why I'm like, It's about 5:15 a.m. I've been up for an hour-ish. Um, got chest tightness. It was an anxious day yesterday. I'm going to explain. Well, I was like, sorry, just had to check something. Because it started recording, which, interesting. Um, yeah. I woke up to Terror of the Zygons. Went to bed to Pirate Planet. I went ahead and switched back over to the Doctor Who. I got to watch some of Squire of Gothos yesterday, which was nice. And a few other eps, like bits and pieces. It was crazy. We almost lost one of our cats yesterday. He's at a local vet. We normally go to Harmony. They've got 3 locations in Florida: Carrollwood, Oldsmar, and Brandon. If you're in Florida, that area, whatnot, fantastic vet, but they couldn't see him. They were booked. They don't necessarily do emergency walk-ins unless they have a light day. They didn't have a light day. Because George Station is in Town and Country, Carrollwood and Oldsmar, it's kind of like one way or the other. We're like in the middle of it, which is great because we got 2 locations. But we're kind of in the process of transferring to Pasco County, trying to. So we need to find a new vet, which that was some of the Yelp reviews for some of the vets. Terrifying. There were a few that, when 60% of the reviews are 1 star because they pretty much killed your pet, or didn't help your pet and still charged you thousands of dollars. Well, that's encouraging. Let's go there, But Pix noticed that Luther, he's a tortoiseshell with a whole bunch of white on his paws and his chest and whatnot. Cute little guy. Little 8-pounder. But he was being very lethargic. He's normally an energetic chatterbox. She noticed he was being lethargic, and when he was having a hard time laying down, being comfortable, he would lay down and he would lift one of his back legs, like he was trying to alleviate comfort in his, abdomen, midsection, groin, whatnot. And our immediate thought was kidney. And we're right. Just backstory, I lost one of my guys. I only had him a year and a half. He was a tuxedo named Hoodoo, also known as Smudge, because he had a little, typical tuxedo, but he had a little white, it looked like somebody had poured paint on his forehead and it drooled down his nose. He's a cute little guy. But I only had him for about a year and a half, because we noticed that he was having issues on, as of yesterday, what we're referring to as day 3. Because our understanding with kidney infections is you've got about 3 days. The 3rd day is pretty much too late. And we realized that something was wrong with Hoodoo on the 3rd day. And I lost him. And that, it still hurts. I didn't have that long with him. Still feel kind of cheated, Year and a half, that's not an incredible lifespan for, a cat. I want at least 9 years. At least 9 years with you. If not more. 9 years is kind of the minimum that I'm willing to negotiate, if you know what I mean. I had Lorgia for 17. She is my longest living. Most of my cats make it to 12, 14, you know. We do take care of our animals. The weirdest thing is Lorgia, 17 years, never went to a vet once. Never went to a vet once. She was the outdoor mama of the neighborhood for 8 years before we dragged her inside. Because one of the neighbors went very anti-outdoor cat and started calling the pound basically to do roundups, and I wasn't gonna lose my porch girl. So boy, she resisted that. She resisted that at every turn, trying to bolt for the door and whatnot until she finally acclimated. And then she realized how cool retirement was. Like, wait a minute, I don't have to hunt for anything. I got kibble in the bowl all day long, and my main guy is here. I can go sit on his lap while he's writing or playing a video game. This is great. What am I doing? Why am I fighting this? This cage is in fact gilded. But yeah. So Pix noticed that Luther was kind of dragging and having problems. And there were so many scary reviews from vets online. Man, we haven't had to do that in a long time because they'd go into Harmony. But so far so good. As long as everything turns out good, I'll let you know where we're going, just because, you know, even though nobody in the area may even see it and care, but if you are in the area, I'm gonna promote, you know, the good where I see it. But we managed to find a place, and it's gonna hurt us financially. I mean, all told, right now we're looking at probably about $2,000, which, ow, was not expecting that. But we've buried enough friends, you know, recently, where if we can save him, and he's looking good. They put a catheter in, drained him. There were some little mini crystals going on. There is slight infection going on, but they don't think it's too bad. They think they can treat it with antibiotics. His prognosis is pretty good. So, but, ouch. But yeah, we spent a lot of yesterday waiting for phone calls. So Pix came over, obviously, yesterday with a cat. And that was, Luther was kind of the order of business yesterday. But it looks like he's gonna live. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, my baby was a mess. That's he's one of Pix's guys. So we got 7 cats total. Luther and Stevie are pretty much her babies. And then Sammy is pretty much her dog. So no one really knows who Jinx's is. Although quite honestly, Jinx tends to get very much more animated when Alex comes in the room. And being autistic, I don't know that Alex always understands. I think he does kind of he's like, yeah, I think Jinx likes me a lot. It's like, yeah, whether you, and we even told him before, we're like, whether you know it or not, he's your cat. And he's like, no, I think that's true. But the interaction, and he'll love on Jinx, which is cool, because he's not real expressive with emotions and whatnot. When he's angry, oh yeah, he's angry. If you've ever seen an autistic kid explode, it's scary. The Jinx brings something out of him that we don't normally see, and it's pretty cool. Jinx is all about Alex. But yeah, no, Tiny has Queenie and Kaiser, and oh, I hear him eating. Janus has been following me around the past hour. I think he's out eating in the garage. I got a bowl of kibble on the ground around a corner where the dogs can't get to it, because he's my tripod. And I think Hex, when I left Hex, he was on the couch, sleeping / watching Doctor Who. So, yeah, I woke up to Terror of the Zygons. It's a good episode. But, yeah, we're on Tom Baker, apparently. Yes, it's the biggest catalog, but it's, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 1 and 2, 3 years. I'm like doing the math in my head. Of the classic Who, Tom Baker is probably about, even though he's 1 out of 7 Doctors in what is considered old Who, he's probably about 2/5 of the catalog size-wise. Because he was the Doctor for 7 years, and everybody else was the Doctor for like 2 or 3. Usually 3. So he does have the biggest catalog of all of them, but he doesn't actually have over half. Maybe a third. I don't know. A third, 2/5. If you understand fractions. Yeah. But we're going to do Doctor Who for a little while. I'm not like burned out on Star Trek, but 76, 78 episodes. I've run through it many times in a week and a half. I've actually seen Ellen of Troyes like on the screen like 5 or 6 separate occasions. They never showed that one. Never showed that one. You'd see that one on Channel 44. You'd see that like once a year. Even with them running it like 5 days a week. Never got played. True story. Yeah, we're doing that. Ghetto brewed some vanilla cream brulee. Harry and David. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, and even with the ghetto brew style, it works. Is it great? No, but I haven't had time to change it out. We were in damage control yesterday, so. And Pix and Tiny attacked the master bedroom a little bit. We're trying to accelerate because shelling out 2K so far. It's like, okay, we need to expedite. Which honestly, I'm making pretty good progress here. Tiny is kind of with me in the progress. Pix with the surgery and everything else, she's kind of not been necessarily hitting her numbers. So I only say it because she was like, we need to get moving on this. And it's like, yes, we do. I've been doing, you've been taking a lot of mental health days, and you know what? Bless. You need them, take them. The past 3 years that we've been under, holy shit. But don't pretend that I'm not on at least my B game, because I am. You've been on your C game. Don't lecture me. You know what I mean? And I love her, but it was like, okay. I hear what you're saying. She knows. Sometimes that's how she gets out the fact that she acknowledges that she's not. It's like she's pumping herself up by extolling to the masses. And she was pretty worked up yesterday because it's Luther. So I get it. I get it. When I lost Tudu, man, I was a wreck. I mean, we lost him. It wasn't, we caught it day one, but it was a wreck. That wrecked me. Yeah, because basically day 3, they said they could, and again, this is like 3-4 years ago, they were like, we can keep him alive, we can save him in the moment. It's going to cost a little over $3,000 for the procedures, but because of how bad his kidneys are right now, there's still only about a 10% chance that he'll fully recover and live. Like, fully recover. Like, we may be right back here in 2 days. He's got a 10% chance to completely pull out of this after spending $3,000, which we didn't have. We didn't have it. You know? So yeah, I lost one of my guys. Hurt. Still hurts. Just feel robbed, you know. He was a character, and a year and a half, it's like, come on. You know, when they kill off that really cool character in episode 3, and you're like, oh man, come on. I wanted like at least a whole season with that character, you know. That's where I am as the director of my life. I got 2 episodes? Come on. I wanted like a three season arc with that character. You kidding me? But yeah, I got chest tightness and yeah, feeling the pressure. Feeling the pressure. Yeah, in my surfing last night, I discovered that and this may not mean anything to you. I watch a lot of amusement park ride-throughs and tours and stuff like that. I love Disney Food Blog. I love DFB. But another one that I have been known to watch every now and then is Adam the Woo. And we lost him. He apparently passed in December last year. Like some kind of heart attack in his sleep. I saw the tribute video from his dad. It was just like, wait, what? He's 51? Enough, you know? Stop it. I didn't watch him all the time, but I liked his content. I watched his content every now and then. But gone. This whole mortality thing, man, I don't care for it. I do not. Not down with it. Speaking of, oh man, that would be Kaiser. That's Tiny's old man cat. That is actually the last direct descendant that we know of from Lorgia. He is literally one of Lorgia's sons. Lorgia, who lived to be 17, he's 14, I think. maybe 15. He's getting there. He's an old man. Ornery. Remembering to take my baby aspirin. It acts like a little bit of a blood thinner. It's kind of like a light blood thinner, over the counter thing. It's recommended a lot for us older folk. But mentioning Adam made me think of that. As far as I know, I'm not at risk. Last time I had everything done, my heart was great. And not like the orange guy, I'm perfect. But no, they were like, other than your emphysema and your spinal injury, you're in really good shape for your age. Go me. Mind you, the emphysema is enough. You know, nothing quite like being told you have a terminal disease. That's nice. It's terminal, but manageable. What the fuck does that mean? Really what the doc told me. Well, it is a terminal lung disease, but it's manageable. Alright. I'm not a blue shirt like my girl is, but I'm a red shirt that understands language really well. Terminal means dead, right? Like, is going to kill you, dead, terminal. That's pretty much. But it's manageable. So imminent, but workable. Are you feeling the contradiction in moods here? But then he explained, he's like, no, you can prolong it if you do the right things, and, you know. Okay. You start off with the word terminal, and it just kind of goes downhill, like 6 feet down immediately, you know? Yeah. So I'm about to, because the guy that, I'm going to double check, make sure he hasn't responded. Okay. You're going to catch hell from me. The guy with the gelatoni, the Shanghai kitty, I'm about to unleash the hounds on him, because he has not responded, not started any kind of refund or anything like that, so he's about to find out that I wasn't bluffing. I'll, you know, don't mess with me, man. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me twice. I'm going to give you the chance to make it right, and then, it's on. So, I did get one package yesterday. This should be some Incredibles action figures. Some, like, smaller ones, which will work great with, you know, some of the different things that I do. What did Santa bring? Bubble wrap! Bubbles! My bubbles! Thing in here, I feel like Imagine X size, which I'm cool with. Now, I already had, I think, somewhere. These look good. Yeah, it's very Imagine X style. We got what? Pivoting. Your legs don't even pivot. Does your head turn or not? Yeah, okay. Sorry, Dash, that's embarrassing. So it looks like his... Do your legs fall? Oh, they do. Okay, they're just really stiff. Okay. Let's not break it on camera. So, little Dash. Mr. Incredible. Which I've already got a couple of Dash Mr. Incredibles. They always seem to put those two together. It's all that like father-son energy going on. The main reason I got this, and I think I paid $12 for it total. It was like $7 plus $5 shipping. Because I'm trying to, not like spend stupid money. 12. Okay, I can do that. An Elastigirl in her Incredibles 2 costume, which is cool. The legs are jointed together. Okay. You'll see this. This is very common with a lot of the older Fisher-Price figures and some others here and there. But the legs and the Micro Machine figures do this too. Like the Action Fleet ones, the legs are like on their own pivot axis, which makes it a lot more stable, like non-breaky stable. And I approve. It's fine. They're small figures, so I wasn't looking for 116 points of articulation, like some of the like Marvel Select and some of those, where they have like individual fingers that you couldn't move. So many things to break. So Elastigirl in her new costume, which is very cool. And the main thing that made me start looking for this in general, I was on a quest for an Edna. Edna Mode. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. This family loved Edna Mode. And I had gotten a doll for my girl, which I think I showed you. If I didn't, let me know. And Pix, I don't even know if I mentioned it. I'd gotten her, it's probably about 7 inches. It's a little bit shorter than a Monster High doll, which was the point, because she's short. She's short. And I'm not making fun of short, because I'm 5'7". I'm a giant in the Philippines. We celebrate short. It's okay. But the doll, which is in a Barbie-esque style, is about 5'7". So it actually makes her a little bit shorter than the girls from Monster High, which is great. She didn't ask for one, but I saw that it was a thing and went, with her doing the Monster High, and, because big fan of Edna, being, an inventor, tinker, whatnot, and a designer, from a, fan fiction, cross-culturing standpoint, the idea of being able to, squoze Edna Mode into your Monster High thing. This is a character that could cross the franchise lines. You know what I mean? She's doing costumes for, what is it, Caddy Noir, the singer. Pretty cool looking character from Monster High, Darling, I'm designing all of her costume outfits. She's on a concert tour. She must look amazing. Like a goddess. So I got her a 7-inch doll. It looked pretty good. Had her base dress, this particular frock. I don't even know what to call it. Had her glasses. Because there are a lot of them floating around that don't have the glasses, and Edna's got to have her glasses. I mean, this is like Velma without her glasses. You got to have the glasses. It's just not the character at that point. So yeah, she unwrapped it from the bubble wrap, and I got a little, it's an Edna, which I knew I scored. I scored. And I told her, I'm like, well, with the Monster High, I thought, as crossover characters, and she was like, oh, yeah, yeah. Doing a science experiment with Frankie or God knows what. I'm like, and these were my thoughts. And I think I mentioned, she could be doing, like, designing the concert tour costumes for Caddy Noir, and she was like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm like, okay, I thought it'd be a good fit. And she's like, oh, I love it. Yes, absolutely yes. Grr. This guy. Great answer. But yeah, in looking for that, these started popping up, and I was like, they've got a mini Edna Mode action figure. And she's short. Put her next to my McQuarrie 3PO. Perfect. Perfect. For use with like my 4-inch, the 6-inch, she's going to be really short. But comically so. So, we'll put her next to Patrick Troughton and his Lost Kitties milk carton. I mean, at this point, she's part of the Lollipop Guild, but, Darling. Yeah, so I saw that there was an Edna Mode action figure. And I was like, if I can get one cheap, I must have that. That's too fantastic. Why, it's even incredible. It's obvious, right? Low-hanging fruit. In the dad joke category, it's low-hanging fruit. But, so I found a few Edna Modes by themselves, and they were going to be $10, $20. Figure plus shipping. And then I came across this lot of 4 that, again, it was like $7 and then $5 shipping, and I'm like, well, why the hell would I not do that? You know what I mean? And before I push the button to buy something, I usually spend about 30 minutes comparing. I do, I'm careful. When I saw another Rebecca Chambers action figure hit eBay for, I think it was $1,700 with like $200 shipping. It was from Japan. Very happy with my $220 one. She looks great. I'm very glad I spent the $220 on that when I did. Just because I don't know that was going to... I feel like that was a gift for me. I don't know, that opportunity wasn't going to come around again. The cheapest I've seen any... I saw a out-of-box, no accessories Rebecca hit about a month ago for like $850 with like, $50 shipping, so $900. I'm pretty happy with the $220. But yeah, no, I saw looking for an Edna Mode, and I found this 4-pack, and I'm like, okay, let me bookmark that one, continue my search, because I don't want to just go, yes! And I kept looking through, and I found a couple that had Edna and Elastigirl for 10, 15, 20. It's like, because I think they were probably a set. Dash and Mr. Incredible were a set, and then Edna and Elastigirl were probably a set. And I think that's true. It was like a 2-pack. Not Shakur, different guy. So it's like, okay, even the cheapest pair is 10, or I can spend 12 and get all 4. And there's not really any accessories in the packaging that I saw. You know what I mean? I'm not missing out on major cool props or anything. It's like, I'm just going to spend the 12. I'm going to spend it, exactly, I'm going to spend the 12 and I'm going to get all 4. Even if I don't use the other 3 right away, because Edna's going to be in the library, I think, over there. She's the type that would show up at a library on a Saturday morning. I'm looking for a very old book. According to my records, you have a copy somewhere. I must find it. I know I need help. I know. Don't look at me like that. So yeah, $12 because I still was going to pay 10 just for an Edna. At the end of the day, there was no way around it, and it's a fair price. $5 for a figure. It's not too crazy a price for a figure, and then you gotta ship it. That's going to cost you at least $5, whether you're shipping this or 4 action figures. It still is going to cost you $5 or $6 or $7 to put it in a padded mailer, what have you, and put it in the mailbox. I know, I do this. So yeah, paying 12 for all 4? Sure. Sure, sounds good. Let's do it. So, and you look fabulous. I mean, of course you do. How can you, I mean, you can't not look fabulous. Can't. Yeah, that was right. They were gods. God love Edna. And yeah, I did not see a Violet or a Jack Jack. I wonder if there was a Violet and Jack Jack 2-pack. I don't know. They may just have done the 2. I didn't see a 3rd pack. I think it is Imaginext though. China. Shocking. Jakks. Okay, so Jakks Pacific, Disney Pixar. JAKKS. It's Jakks Pacific. Yeah, they're, as toy companies go, I'm sort of on the fence with them because their products are either really, really good or really, really crappy. It's like they have no in-between toy, from my experience personally. It's like they're either really cool and really nicely done or absolute dog shit. Why did you make this? You know what I mean? But I'm gonna call it here. I got dishes to do. I got laundry to do. Continuing to plow through the garage to make room to something about the house that Jack built. I don't know. There's a poem here, I think. Exactly. Makes my head hurt. But we're going to be spending some money today on a cat, and it's going to hurt, but we can recover. We can make it work. Just means I got to up my eBay game some more. What do you want from me? No, we got this. Wipe the blood off your lip. Get back in the ring. That was a good one. That was a good one. That had some zip to it. That was good. Alright. Ring my bell a little bit. Alright. Let's see if you know this one. So, hug your parents. Hug your kids. Even the furry ones. Check them. Make sure they're okay. Make it a great day.